Good day ulit sa lahat and welcome ulit sa ating school. Sa ating last video, yung paggamit ng Microsoft Excel para to evaluate equations, meron tayong request na nakuha sa aking best friend na isang guro. And he is asking me, pwede bang magamit yung Excel to evaluate naman yung intersection between equations o between lines para magkaroon na ng tool yung mga bata na mag-compute na hindi na gumamit ng manual method. Although the method should be understood pa rin, ituturo pa rin, pero may tool na magagamit and that is Microsoft Excel. Of course, maraming tools ngayon na available. May mga websites na nagka-calculate din ng mga ganyan for free, pero minsan hindi accessible and Microsoft Excel can be more accessible to everybody. So let's try today to evaluate systems of equations at gagamitin natin ulit si Microsoft Excel as a sequel to the previous video. So, example, we find the intersection o intersections, kung dalawa man, of the following set of points. Locus of points means the same as path of points or ito yung tinatawag natin ng mga curves o lines o equations to represent a path of points in a chart, in a graph. Locus means path. Okay, so now we go to our Microsoft Excel. So I have a worksheet ready. Yung background noise na naririnig nyo is the 3D printer actually na tumutunog dito sa aking katabi. Okay, so let's do this again. X, Y equals 3x plus 2. These are just the labels. And gawin ko tong y1 kasi dalawang y na ngayon eh. So this is y1 to distinguish lang between the two equations. And let's call this the other one y2. So y2, y2 equals negative 2 times x squared minus 8. Okay, so let's try to evaluate using x. Let's say x is from, dahil ito ay in-expect ko somewhere value between negative 5 to positive 5. So, negative 5, negative 4, and then hanggang positive 5, we drop down. Okay? So, let's do the equation. Equals 3 times, this is x, plus 2. That's 13, Okay. And this one equals negative 2 times this x, but this time squared, minus 8. Okay, so let's graph ito ulit para makita natin kung ano yung itsura niya sa graphical form. So highlight these cells and insert again our scatter plot. Boom! And you will see, oops, now that's a big problem. Let's put lines para makita natin. And how about this one? Solid line 2. Change the color to orange. Now that's a big problem. Because the set of points never meet. So kung sagutin natin yung problem na binigay sa atin, there is no meeting point between the two set of points. So, end of the story. Kaya lang, sayang naman itong ating exercise, why don't we modify our equation, gawin natin plus ito, so that maybe they might intersect. So let's say, let's do a plus there. Plus. Okay. And copy the rest. Now, that's interesting. nag-intersect na sila ngayon, like somewhere between 1 and 2 here, and somewhere between, this is negative 2, negative 4, so roughly kalahati, negative 3. So this is between negative 2 and negative 3. Okay? So how do we solve that? Well, in Microsoft Excel, there is a solver actually. Let me move these down para makita nyo lang yung ating gagawin. Okay, so we have the chart area here, and this one will be our mathematical calculator area. Extend ko lang ito para hindi magtapakan. Now, if we want this y1 and this y2 to be equal for any value of x na mag-intersect sila, that means, so we would say y1 minus y2 equals 0. Right? Kasi equal sila eh. So, kung i-minus mo ang two equal numbers, that, of course, is 0. So, let's say, x, estimate natin. So, x is almost like dito is 1. Malapit sa 1, mag-i-equal si y, tsaka si y1, tsaka si y2. So, let's copy this. Copy. Paste. So, 5 and 6. So, hindi talaga sila naging equal. But almost there, malapit-lapit na. So, gawin natin equation tong y1 minus y2. So, equals y1 minus this y2. So, negative 1 ngayon si y1 minus y2. But what we want is 0. Right? So, anong gagawin natin? Well, in Excel, there is a data analysis tool. So, you click on this data and you do this what if analysis. So, what if? And then I have a goal. Anong goal ko? Ang goal ko is that this negative 1 will actually become 0. So I click goal seek. Cell F5. Value 0. So ang gusto ko, the goal that I want is that F5, this cell, this value, will become 0 by changing which cell? By changing x. So by changing this x, this will become 0. And Excel, can you do the calculation for me? Okay. So now, the target value is 0. Tumigil na si Excel sa 5, negative 5 times 10 to the negative 5. So that's like 0.000 something, no? So, ang value na nakuha niya is actually good for like 3 decimal places sa inyong sagot, sa inyong papel. So, good enough, good enough. The value is, ng y1 is 5.4123. The value dito is 5.4124. So, good for 3 decimal places. So, you can write on your paper, for example, 1.13. Normally, we just go for 2, right? So, like, let's say 1.14. And then you have these values. A very nice approximate. Palakpakan naman. Okay, but now we have another value dito banda, which is like negative 2.5. Why don't we do that? Like negative 2.5. Again, we have this one negative value. Okay, let's run the analysis again. So data, what if analysis, I want to seek some value that is 0 by changing cell X. And there you go. So I get this negative 2.637, and that is my estimated value. It's not really 0, but it's 10 to the negative 6. So Excel is a good calculator. So now you have seen how easily you can compute X or the intersections, pwedeng intersection lang. or intersections, or pwedeng wala, katulad ng una natin example. And by using the data analysis ng Microsoft Excel, goal-seeking function, it allows you to calculate the intersection of points between two curves, between two sets of points. So this is our lesson for today. So ang sagot dito sa ating tanong na to is, there is no intersection. These two curves will not intersect. Pero we modified it, ginawa natin +8, and then we tried to find the intersections doon sa ating Microsoft Excel. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Subscribe now. Nilagyan ko na ng red yung subscribe para mag-subscribe kayo at nilakihan ko na ang sulat upang talagang hindi nyo ma-miss. Keep safe and happy learning sa inyong lahat, and keep using your Microsoft Excel, no, as a tool para tulungan kayo sa inyong math equations at sa inyong mga math problems. God bless everyone.